Hi, my name is Jennifer Santiago, and I'm going to be conducting my therapist client video. I, as a therapist, and Kamara as my client who is coming in for self-esteem issues and domestic violence situation that she's dealing with. So we're going to start now. Hi, Kamara.
Hi, how are you?
Good, I'm doing good. How's your morning going?
It's going pretty good, actually. It's getting on the way with the day, I say.
Okay, okay, I like that. All right, Kamara. So I want to introduce myself first and foremost. My name is Jennifer Santiago, and I'm going to be your therapist for the session.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Jennifer.
To meet you. Okay, Kamara. So first of all, do you want to tell me a little bit about why you have decided to come to therapy today?
So, I am coming in today because of some partner violence. And due to that, and probably just overall things, because of that, I've suffered some low self esteem issues, which I've just been feeling down on myself and not just feeling like I can do much because of what's going on in my life.
Okay. So sounds like you're dealing with a lot of really stressful things right now, and it's looking like it's impacting how you feel about yourself.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to tell me a little bit more about what self-esteem issues you're feeling right now?
So typically, I'm just feeling like unloved, you know? Like I can't do anything right, that every time I put on clothes, I don't think I look good. I'm always self conscious about my hair. I'm self conscious about being around people. Um, I'm always just kind of like, if someone gives me a compliment, I shoot it down and I'm like, no, I don't think so, and just fairly unhappy with myself right now, just feeling like I can't do anything right. Everything that I do, I feel like it just turns out to be the wrong thing. So it just keeps me stuck where I don't really want to do much of anything.
Okay, so it sounds like you're having a lot of self-doubt, insecurities around people, not believing compliments. Okay. And then you say that this all stems from your intimate partner and you're having some domestically violent issues.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to tell me a little bit more about your home life? You said are you married?
I am married. I've been married for about 10 years now. I'm originally from Michigan, so I moved here for this marriage actually. And just thought at the time this was the best thing for me to do. During that time, I was so happy. I met this person and it just made me feel really good. And I just really wanted to get away from Michigan, because it's cold up there. It's kind of depressing there as well. So I felt like if I took a step out on faith and just, left, came here and started a new life, that things would get better. Things would make me feel better. The sunshine here in this state would make me feel, really, really uplifted and things of that nature. And so I come from a background of, I have a sister, of course. I mean, and I've moved my kids here now too. My kids are here with me as well. So um, I don't know. It's been rough. It's been rough. It's been rough. So I think I came from a place that was kind of depressing. And so I don't know if I even brought that with me, you know what I mean, into this relationship. But again, it didn't get better.
Hmm. Okay. Sounds like you really took a chance on love when you moved here 10 years ago, huh?
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, I did.
Yeah, it seems like things maybe are not as happy as when you first came out. It sounds like a lot's going on with you and your partner.
I think it added to it. Because again, I think I had already had some depression and I've never really worked on that. And I've never really even pursued counseling for myself or even got help. I didn't always feel like I had anybody I can trust or talk to. So that kept me always suppressing my feelings. When they would come to me, I would just push them to the back, and just forget about it and just keep trying to do what I do. Yet I was just still making myself unhappy. So coming here, I thought this would be a way to get out of that. You know what I mean? And so um maybe I think that coming here with that depression and suppressing all of those feelings, they started to reside again. And then that probably caused some issues in the relationship to the point where um, that person, or my husband, let me just say that person, my husband, began to put me down even more, because I'm already feeling how I'm feeling and I'm not like just getting up, putting that spunk in our lives, because I'm always constantly feeling bad about myself. So again, if he would compliment me, I would shoot him down, and so my kids, they're my world, but at times I feel like I can't even be there for them like I want to on a happy level because I'm not happy. So because I'm not happy, I'm not able to put that happiness into my home or into my husband or into my kids. So it's just like a spiraling thing and it just keeps going downhill, downhill, downhill to the point where now things have become verbally abusive. It's a shouting match and you need to do this, you need to do that. And I wish you were this. And so that just makes me feel even worse because I'm already feeling worse. So it's like, oh, maybe he's telling the truth about me. Maybe I am like this. Maybe it's, and then it just takes me on another down spiral.
Mhm. That's really interesting, Kimara. I see that you say that these feelings of depression and self-esteem difficulties within yourself started even before you moved. And I just say that was a really big leap that you did, jumping in and putting your own happiness over fear. And I think that was a really, really strong character moment for you. Even if things don't really seem the best right now, it really seems like you understand yourself and you understand who you want to be. I know you said that you want to be a better wife and a better mother and a better person for yourself. And you want to be able to play these roles of the mother and the wife and the woman individually for yourself.
Yes.
Can I just say it's really commendable that even though you're dealing with all of these things, it sounds like you really want to be a solid foundation for your family.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
I found it really interesting that you said that you never felt like you could trust anyone and that you have not tried counseling before. Am I correct? You said you haven't tried counseling before?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, can I ask you what finally decided what situation? Is there a particular situation that made you decide that, hey, now I'm trying counseling?
I think it's because this situation of the depression and the self-esteem has just been going on too long. And it's starting to take a toll on my home life, versus what it did before. Again, I used to just suppress everything. So I wasn't even in the mindset of even thinking about it. You know what I mean? Because I just kept going. And so me making the step to come here thinking that, okay, well, this is maybe this will make me happier or not even thinking about what had happened or that I was depressed. I think I kind of hit it. So now that it's back out in the open, and it's hitting me more harder than, you know, forcing me to take a reality look at it. You know, it's like a reality check. And so, with that being said, it's like, okay, you got to do something about this. So, it was time for me to come to counseling and get some grips and just talk to someone again. The trust issues has been crazy, but um, I start telling myself, hey, you got to trust someone. And why not trust somebody you don't even know that knows nothing about you? So that's kind of how I got to that decision.
Yeah, I understand that. And it's very true. Sometimes it's easier to talk to someone who you don't really know and doesn't, follow you on Facebook or something. Hey, Kamara. Well, what I want to do with you is kind of set two separate goals. It sounds like maybe one of those goals is to have more self-esteem. I think I've heard you say that quite a bit. And I want to get with you and I want to say, let's try to come up with two more long-term goals that we can work on. Maybe that we can set just to give you a little bit of a foundation. So, would you like for one of these goals to be to have more self-esteem or better self-esteem?
Definitely. Yes.
Okay. Do you think that you are able to come up with two more long-term goals that you would like to see within yourself in, say, 5 years?
Hmm. Yeah, I think I can do that. hmm Um, so being that one, the main one is the self-esteem issue. I would like to um just focus on feeling better about myself. So I think I want to start, and 5 years is a long time. So I'm just gonna kind of say, um, getting myself out a little bit more, meeting people, maybe some more women that are may have went through what I've been through and accomplished, and overcome the situation that I'm in so that they can help me. And I can kind of learn from them, just being around those type of women to see how they did it or where they are in their lives based upon, what they're doing. Maybe it's a career change or, being in a supportive women's group, or something of that sort to get myself going in the right direction to boost myself back up. So I want to be around more supportive women so I can learn to trust again. And I would say feeling better about myself, maybe a makeover, something that would boost me up in terms of a look, a different look, maybe get a haircut or, something of that nature. Just trying something new, I would say, other than the women's supportive women's group, and then trying something very new that would I can accomplish, you know?
Okay. And those are some really good strategies that you can use to get to those who you want to be in 5 years. And let me ask you another question. In, let's say, 10 years, where do you see yourself in? I'm gonna ask you in three different parts. In 10 years, where do you see yourself with your husband? Where do you see yourself? And that can be married, that can be happy, that can be you, whether or not you want to separate. In 10 years, where do you want to see yourself in in your romantic relationship? Let's say that. Secondly, I want to ask you where you see yourself as a mother in 10 years. And thirdly, I want to ask you where you see yourself in regards to how you feel inside of Kimara.
Okay, so I'll start with the wife. As a wife and my husband, I would like to see us happy for one, but taking trips, doing date nights, and being able to have conductive communication, productive communication, a good productive dialogue, because right now it's a shouting match. So I want us to be able to talk calmly, talk happily, agree to disagree. If we can't agree, we still can disagree, but we still are happy. We're still calm. We're still a couple. We're still in a marriage and we're happy still. And still being able to move forward and go on these romantic dates and just love on each other and just know we're going to be fruitful in this marriage and make it work. As a mother, I would like to take trips with my kids as well, have them come upon with us. I want to be there for them at school. I want to make sure that I am going and doing projects with them. I want to take them out and do things. Maybe me and my husband can go out with them and you know, I'm being this great supportive mom to them, making sure that we have family meetings with them and we incorporate them into things of the marriage so they don't feel left out and they don't feel like I'm stressed out all the time and that's all they see. So I want them to see us happy so they can be happy. For myself, I want to I want to be able to still go out, you know, maybe get away from myself and have that time to myself that I need. And I don't want it to be where I'm feeling guilty because I've left my husband and I left my kids. I want to be able to go out and enjoy me, make me feel good, maybe go hang out with the ladies in the support group or something, go to church and service and be a service in the church, you know, like that Proverbs 31 woman, I would say. Yeah, that's it right there. Proverbs 31 woman. So that's it. That's where I would like to be. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kimara. And so, if I can just reflect back what you just told me, it sounds like in 10 years, you want to still be married in a happy, healthy, communicative relationship with your husband. You want to be a supportive mother who can go out with your children and be somebody that they are able to turn to and somebody that you are proud of. And thirdly, you want to be able to guilt-free take time for yourself and take care of you and be confident and fruitful when you go out with your friends and you want to have friends. So, those are 3 amazing places that you would like to be in 10 years, that you very well can be in 10 years. Right? Okay. Now, the situation you're in, I don't expect you to be this Kimara 10 years from now, overnight, maybe in 2 or 3 days. But there are steps that Kimara can take. Kimara now can take to be Kimara in 10 years. So let's start off with some things from where you want to be that are more attainable right now than all of them themselves. To be a better wife in a happy, communicative relationship, we can start with communication. Do you think that starting a conversation with your husband about how you're feeling and where your situation is with him at the moment, do you think that having a conversation like that is something that you are able to do within the next 6 months with a lot of work?
I do. I do. I think I can do that.
So let's do communication as a short-term goal for your relationship. Now, with your children. Now, I think that where you want to be in 10 years is great. Do you think that Kamara in 6 months can be a little bit more supportive in your children's lives?
Yes.
Okay, great. And now, super confident Kamara, I can't wait to see her. For now, maybe we can work on in 6 months going out with some ladies and having a girls' night. Do you think in 6 months we can work up to going and having a night out?
Yes.
Okay. Now, before we end the session, because I want to say we have about 3 or 4 more minutes, maybe three, I want to close off and say some things that maybe Kamara, not in 6 months, not in 10 years, something that Kamara today can do, something small to work to getting to a wife who has a conversation about where she is with her husband, a mother who is at least trying to be supportive with her children, and a Kamara that takes a whole day out to treat herself. Let's see. Now, with your husband, what is one small thing that you can do today to get to the Kamara in 6 months that is able to have a conversation with her husband?
Um, I'm thinking proximity. Um, I can go and be close to him. If it's nothing but a rub on the back or a rub on his head, or you're handsome, just to show that I'm trying and that I really want to turn this thing around.
That is something small but impactful that you can do today. I like that. That is a very good small step. Okay, now let's see Kamara as a mother. Let's say a Kamara in 6 months that's able to go out and take her children and just maybe be able to just talk about things that they like and doing all these amazing things. What is something small that we can do today to get there in 6 months?
Since it's nice outside, fall months, I think we can go on a nature walk.
Ooh, that is nice. That is a good idea. Okay. So Kamara, and not today, in the next week, can give her husband a little back rub or a hey, you're handsome. And she can go for a nature walk, which can even be today. And let's see. So, what is the last thing? What is something small that you can do in order to 6 months from now be able to go out on a girls' night? What can you do for Kamara today?
I'm going to take Kimara out to dinner
Okay.
because it has to start with me first.
Yeah.
I can go out with myself, then I can go out with other people.
Okay. And let me ask you something. So, when are you going to tell your husband that he's looking handsome?
Tonight.
Ready to
Tonight.
get started.
Yeah, I'm going to start that tonight.
Okay. And then when are you going to take your children out for a nature walk?
The
What?
weekend. The weekend.
Oh,
Yeah. This weekend.
okay. And then when are you taking Kamara out to eat again?
So, Kimara going out to eat. I'm thinking a little lunch, not much, that'll start small, but it'll ease me into it. So I'm thinking maybe a little light lunch for Kimara.
Okay, Kamara. So tonight your husband looks very handsome. Tomorrow, Kamara's gonna get a nice lunch. And on the weekend, Kamara's gonna go on a nature walk with her kids, and none of this has to be perfect. None of this has to get you where you want to be in 6 months, nor where you are in 10 years, but you are taking the first steps to get there. Okay, Kamara. Well, I think that just about concludes our time. How are you feeling?
I actually feel better that I've even just talked about this because I didn't know where to start. So thank you.
No problem. I mean, you're the one that came up with these really great ideas, and they sound like so much fun, Kamara. They really do.
Thank you.
Okay, Kamara. Well, if you'd like to book another session, I'm going to go ahead and send you an email link. But really, otherwise, really, really feel like you did some really an internal look within yourself and what you want. And it looks like you have some really good ideas on how to get there.
Thank you. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, well, I'll let you go so you can go tell your husband he looks very handsome and you can start getting ready, picking out what you're going to wear for lunch and what park you're going to go to, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Okay, Kamara, good night.
Good night.